Landry, actually a guy who started quite a few games for NAU last year. All these new guys come in and take his spot.
Well, that happens a lot, Dave, doesn't it, at this level?
You know, their fourth leading scorer, Steven Sir, doesn't even start. He's the fourth leading scorer and a great three-point shooter, but he doesn't start for him.
10 on the shot clock. Criswell, the floater. DeLuey will keep it alive. Basket for three.
Joel McClafferty, you called that one. That's what he can do really right there. He's just more confident now that he's got that weight going inside is Jordan Haskett.
7 points for Haskett. And the Griz knotted up. Another one on the drive, and we've got a timeout on the floor. The Montana Grizzlies, NAU knotted up at 10 apiece on the game of the week.
Good morning, Wayland Tire.
You know, we could have easily called ourselves Wayland Shocks and Struts.
Wayland Brakes.
Wayland Custom Wheels.
Wayland Earth Mover.
Wayland Alignments.
Or Wayland Commercial Tire.
Or even Wayland Quick Lube.
But for over 40 years, we chose Wayland Tire. Besides, Wayland Tires, shocks, struts, retreads, tune-ups, custom wheels, earth movers, alignments, commercial, and quick lube wouldn't fit on the sign. Across Montana, Wayland Tire is the total package.
I could barely get out of bed this morning.
Yeah, tell me about it. Am I the last one here?
Rooster.
Not everyone's a morning person. That's why Perkins serves breakfast all day. Like our popular all-day scramblers. 3 large eggs over crispy breakfast potatoes. You'll love Perkins scramblers, whether you're a morning person or not. Perkins, breakfast is just the beginning.
See your local Montana State Farm agent for the discounts and savings you deserve.
And back at the Dahlberg, and if this happens all night long, it could be trouble for NAU as the Grizzlies keeping things alive, Dave. Something they need to do to stay in this one.
Well, offensive rebounds, as you know, Ron, they could be a backbreaker. Defense makes a stop, the offense gets it back and scores. All that hard work on D for naught, and it's kind of discouraging if it happens a lot.
Joe, we got a quick look at Coach Adris over there. These are two coaches that have really done a great job in their program.
They're both coaches who demand that you work hard in their program. Boykin with the jumper there, he's got 4, but they're both coaches that night in, night out, they want their kids to play at full intensity, and that's why they're in first place and second place right now in the conference, because of those guys, Larry Kostoviak, Mike Adris.
You know, both coaches, Dave, led their teams to the NCAA tournament in their first year as a coach, so that's kind of exciting.
Adris is a very, very successful coach. You know, the most wins in NAU history is Haskett scores his 9th point is 21. If NAU wins tonight, Adris will tie the most wins in school history tonight with a win.
Wow.
That's pretty impressive, right? They've done it 3 times before, have the Lumberjacks.
And he has a chance next week in the semis to pick up some more.
That's correct. Yep.
Not over yet. Good job on the rebound underneath by Matthews for the Griz, and he's not going to wait for help, but he has it taken it away.
This is that catalyst side that you see from Josh Williams, the steal, pushing it up the floor, trying to create something.
Go up big, long downtown 3, and Haskett clears it away. Grizzlies doing a good job giving him just 1.
I tell you right now, I'm really impressed with 21 Josh Wilson. He does not play like a freshman. He's very elusive, he's quick. Very, very good player. I didn't see the game in Flagstaff, but he's a very good player.
Young man from Longview, Washington, the freshman. And they go underneath straight. Haskett making him pay. You know, Haskett is a matchup problem. Here's Criswell, in and out, and we got a foul. Going to be whistled against Matthews, his second. But Haskett brings a big problem out there. You bring a 6'8" guy playing your 3. It's hard to match up with him. There's not too many teams in the Big Show that can match up with that.
That's very true, but really that's your tallest guy, because straight at 6'7", then essentially you start 3 guards is what you're doing. You almost have to throw him in the mix just to have some size. Matthew picks up his big second foul. That really hurts Montana because he's such a versatile type player for the Grizzlies.
Kind of back to Haskett a little bit. I think he's so effective because he can bounce that thing too.
That one's not going to go. DeLuey did a great job getting a hand up there and taking the concentration away from Sir. There's that little baby hook. And boy, just doing a great job, Andrew Strait, keeping the ball away from the bigger guys.
He stays so darn square when he receives the basketball. He doesn't allow the defense to come around at all. And you can see that right as he gets right here. He is nice and square to the basket. Powerful kid.
And one of those kids that shoots better from the field than he does from the free throw line. Not a lot better. Has improved in that area this season as he misses that first. And a bunch of subs now for the Lumberjacks. Brian Ellis, the junior point guard, checks in for Matthews. But this is where I think a big part of the game is now, depth. When you bring these guys in, you can't play 40 minutes. And if you can maintain a lead or maintain the score, then you're doing your job as a reserve.
And Strait gets one to go. In the last game, it was the bench that did such a great job for the NAU squad, but 20 of that came from Steve Sir off the bench, who, as you said, is their #4 scorer. He knocked 20 down from the bench.
One of the leading three-point shooters percentage-wise in the country.
And taking the ball away is Stuart Mays, and Mays is going to be fouled.
Speaking of Steven Sir, he wanted us to get that shot off.
Oh, so bad.
Stuart Mays didn't want him to.
Stuart May's been playing very well for the Grizzlies here lately. Smart thing right there, not going for the block, looking for the strip down low.
Boy, and he got it. And into the ball game, there you see Van Patten, Riley Van Patten, a 6'2 junior, checks in for the Lumberjacks. 13-12, Montana leading on the PPL Montana scoreboard. And you just got to love the addition of Brian Ellis, the speed. You got to love that even more. Haskett, is he on fire tonight, Joe? 12 points already, and we're not even 8 minutes into this thing.
He's setting that screen out on the perimeter, and he's popping out. Everybody defensively for NAU is going into the key, and Haskett's wide open. Great recognition by the Grizzlies right now, finding the hot hand.
And Dave, those threes, that long ball by Haskett is going to open up a lot more inside later on.
That's a good thing about that three ball. Maybe it'll give Andrew Strait a better chance to score underneath.
Ruben Boykin bound to determine he's going as he gets two. And they bring it back to a 2-point ball game. Griz up. Criswell threads a needle. Strait can't get going, but he gets the rebound. And the foul on McCurdy.
Definitely a working man guy out there is Andrew Strait. Blue collar inside. Super post up here, but what I love what he did is he knew he missed it right now. And so he got back down on the ground and found out where that rebound was coming from and went up and took it.
Montana keeping the ball in their side with the lead. Haskett right away, catch and release, going to be off the mark. NAU right away down four. Very important NAU stay with this team. Montana as well as they're shooting. Van Patten takes it in, has it knocked out there, and again Haskett doing it at both ends. Oh, and he tries a wraparound a little too much. Out of bounds, but what a nice attempt. He was thinking the whole way, went it straight on the other side. NAU calls for the timeout. Grizzlies lead it on the PPL Montana scoreboard here on the Game of the Week.
Ms. Shiplap, set a meeting of the regional managers, set it Thursday next, 10 a.m.
I'll call them right away.
No can do. How about Tuesday?
Tuesday, no.
Monday works.
Friday's good.
Friday's no good.
Can't do 10. How about 11?
1.
3, 8, 9.
Butte? No, but I'll be in Billings on Thursday.
Missoula on Tuesday?
Can't we do Scobie on Friday?
Friday afternoons are out for me.
Thursday at 10, no can do.
No can do?
No can do.
Not good.
You're growing, you're busy, you need us. Video conferencing from VisionNet, bringing Montana business together across the world.
Every day, the people of PPL Montana live our commitment to environmental stewardship. We've also funded scholarship programs for Montana education. We sell electricity at very competitive prices to Montana businesses. And as a leading employer, we provide good-paying jobs to hundreds of Montanans, giving back to our communities. It's the way we do business. we're glad to do it. We're proud to be a part of Montana's future. PPL Montana, putting our energy into Montana communities.
Doc's Downtown. Something different, something fresh. Homemade, healthy, and delicious. Doc's, the place to find the freshest salads in town and a tantalizing selection of sandwiches to choose from. At Doc's, we look forward to seeing you. Stop in for our friendly atmosphere and great food. If you're busy, Doc's can deliver your lunch to you and all your friends at work. We can even cater your event with great sandwich platters and salads. Something different, something fresh. Doc's, 214 North Higgins, downtown. Call for delivery, 542-7414.
And the Cat Rental Store is proud to bring you tonight's game. Some of the equipment needed for the telecast provided by the Cat Rental Store, Tractor and Equipment Company, serving Helena, Great Falls, Bozeman and Billings, Montana, Williston, North Dakota, and Worland, Wyoming. Call the Cat Rental Store for all your construction needs. Dave, as we go to that break there, had a chance to look at some shooting percentages. Team's still doing pretty well.
Well, the weird thing is NAU's 0 for 2 from three-point range. That's definitely one of their strengths. I don't expect that to happen all night. Montana's still at 50%. 6 of 12, the Jacks 6 of 14, that's 43%.
Yeah, Montana coming out right away, getting after it. Kyle Sharp checked in during the timeout. He's on the defense with the block.
One thing you can say about the Grizzlies defense has been very tough tonight. That's something they pride themselves on, but they've really been getting out and contesting that three-point shot.
And good job getting space underneath, straight, and a nice pass. He has 3. Teams play a lot like their coaches, Dave. They play the kind of personality of their coach, and this is definitely, here's another great defensive steal. This is another, Larry's team plays just like Larry.
Well, if you don't play hard defense, you don't play. That's the way Coach K does it, because that's all he knows. Work ethic, hard work, that's what got him to the NBA, to the level he got to. And if you don't work on defense, you don't play. End of story.
I think it's really a talent that he develops in kids by doing that, by making that a priority, playing hard all the time on the floor. The kids start to realize that, and then it's a constant.
Montana, after the foul, brings it down. A lot of hands reaching out there. Everybody trying to get a strip, trying to make sure nobody gets any kind of room. Nice find back in the corner for 3, not going to go. Matt Martin wanted it.
Well, that's what Matt Martin can do, hit threes. He replaced Fred Griswold, gets his first break of the contest. So really, you got only one original starter for Montana on the floor, that's Andrew Strait.
That time offensively, the Grizzlies were doubled down by Strait. Nice steal by the Grizz.
And a putback tip. Knocking it down is Kyle Sharp as he helps out little Matt Martin.
That's that cerebral thing. The Grizzlies changing up the D all the time. Well, I was saying with Strait scores on the lob the time before. NAU comes out and they double him right away, forcing Martin to get that shot.
Boy, Coach wasn't happy there. Here you see the putback.
And we got a good shot of Coach Adris there. Mike Adris learned his own in his 7th year, record of 110 and 91 in his 7-year tenure there in Flagstaff.
And his conversation was with one of his own players. He wasn't happy with Wilson and what was going on out there. Had a few words with him. As they come down the other way, again, not going to go, but doing a great job as Brezzi. Basie getting his ball back and going back into it. Basie not giving up, and it's just a little guy. He likes to keep going at him.
We talked about loitering in the key, and that's something that you've got to do if you want to be a good basketball player. NAU, that possession, hung out in the key long enough, slapped around a couple of those rebounds, and Basie gets the benefit of that by going to the line.
Very good addition from the junior college rank, Basie from Temple College in Texas, and he worked himself into the mix right away. 28 starts this season, and I think he's been kind of a surprise player for him as well.
You know, and if you go back and look, I was looking at their preseason and all their, he's never mentioned. You don't even right around Christmas time, they weren't saying much about him. Then all of a sudden he just appeared.
This is a kid that's really stepped it up for Montana, Brian Ellis. Great penetrator, great ball handler, playing a lot more minutes now the second half of the season.
Grizzlies for the 3 balls, and there's the little guy getting the big board, Brian Ellis. Tied up, the 5'10 junior went after it hard.
So he'll get an offensive rebound for that. If it would have gone the other way, it would have been a defensive team rebound for all you stat guys out there. But Brian Ellis can get up in the air for a guy who's listed at 5'10. I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, I don't think so.
One of those he grew when they were measuring him?
Yeah, well, this looks a little better, 5'10". He plays big, though.
You brought up the stats. That's one of the things Joe and I have talked about. A straight goes downside. Good job by Andrew finishing strong. But Dave, we talk about that all the time, that a lot of people keeping stats, keeping assists, keeping rebounds. It's a tough thing to do, and it really takes a talent to do those things.
It's a formula.
We got a travel, turnover down on the baseline. Help him make the calls. Brian Ellis said, hey, watch this is what he did.
Well, what you don't want to do with Basie defensively is what the Grizzlies did that time. Basie, they came out and ran at him. He's better at penetrating and getting past you. The first possession of the game, the Grizz forced Basie to shoot that jump shot. That's what the Grizz want to do.
Well, he's very aggressive with the ball, as you said, Joe. He's a 17% three-point shooter. Let him take everything you want from out there. If you're Montana, you're right. Be cognizant of he's going to try to take the ball inside or dish it.
Right now, the Montana Grizz defense seems to be doing what they want to do out there. They're getting the stops, they're getting the rebounds, preventing it right now up 22-16. I'm looking to spread that out here.
They've had super focused defensively, great concentration, good execution.
Slowing it down a little bit, it's going to look things over. You know, and this is that trap. They come down, and usually you'll find somebody open on that. That's where Haskett was getting his opens.
That's great defense right there by NAU, forcing a tough shot.
Oh, another miss by Martin. He's going to hit those sooner or later. He's a young man that can knock down a 43% out there. And a big steal by Ellis. Off the mark, but a nice board on the other end by Sharp.
Crowd wanted a foul there. It was a pretty aggressive rebound by I couldn't tell who it was from NAU. It looked like Sharp got hit in the top of the head. The fans behind us, of course, not very happy because they're Griz fans.
Got a nice crowd here tonight, Dave. It seems like it really filled in late.
I got to say, looks like about 6+ to me. I'm not very good at that, though. But, yeah, excellent crowd for senior night here in Montana.
Big crowd, great game. The top two teams in the Big Sky Conference facing off. The last game of the regular season. There's a couple other games going on tonight. This is the only one that matters. Shot from the corner is good by Golub, and that's 4 for him.
That's something we didn't see Golub do early in his career, but he's added that post play in his senior year.
Montana gets a lot of pressure out top. Haskett back in the game. You got to be careful there because he does that. 14 for Haskett. Off the bench and back on the scoreboard.
Honored a couple of Hellgate Knights at the 100-year tonight, and you're seeing a Missoula Sentinel guy kind of light it up. Guff?
Just a coincidence.
Oh, the bomb. Whoa. Hello. Go up. Threw that up. Adris looks at it. What are you thinking? I love the whole approach, though. Find Haskett again in the corner. He is in the zone. 17 with 7:22 to go in the first half. Haskett with 17, and the Griz fans are going nuts. Wow. From the corner. Not going to happen. And a whistle and a foul against Northern Arizona as Matt Martin comes out with it.
Jordan Haskett's career high was 20 points against Stanford.
That's going to change tonight, it looks like. We're at a break. The game of the week, the Griz easily out in front.
How you doing?
Good. Skid steer.
Sure.
We're gonna need a skid steer up here.
And I'd like to add a generator and a pump. Okay, we're also gonna need a pump and a generator.
Now, no matter what you need to get the job done, you'll find it all at the Cat Rental Store, including our new line of Cat compact machines and work tools.
Not bad for a rookie. Rookie? Watch this.
Have all the tools you need to get the job done.
Did you get something extra special this holiday season? Nothing goes better with a new TV than Bresnan DVR service. Watch your favorite shows whenever you want. Record up to 60 hours of sports, movies, whatever you like to watch. It's better than TiVo because there's no equipment to buy and no long-term commitment. You pay just $9.99 a month. So go ahead, pause, rewind, and instantly replay all your favorites. It's the smart way to wrap up the holidays. Order Bresnan DVR service just $9.99 a month. Call 1-877-BRESNAN now.
Our belief is that four wheels should turn heads, that their might should be matched with none. that less of an impact can be the biggest impact of all. And when you think beyond tradition, the world will notice. What's the thinking behind the oval? And to get you behind the oval, lease a Fusion for $219 a month and we'll make your first payment. Ford, built for the road ahead.
Hey, join us this weekend, the Frontier Conference Championships right here on the Game of the Week. Friday night, 6 and 8 o'clock, the semifinals. Saturday night, 6 and 8, the championships. The Frontier Conference Game of the Week from the match in Butte. Should be a great night from the Maroon Activity Center. But tonight, Big Sky Conference basketball at its finest. Number 1, number 2 here at Delbert Arena. And the Griz following the shots of that man, Mr. Haskett, and counting for 2 more. Dave, you said at the break, his best night, 20 points against Stanford, 19 with 6:44 to go here in the first half already. Bucket and a foul.
Yep. See Coach Adris addressing the troops over there for NAU.
Usually out of timeouts, coaches want to happen out there exactly what they talk about in the timeout. And I'm thinking, try to get the ball inside. What NAU is going to work on it. McCurdy posts up hard there, but to talk about Jordan Haskett a little bit more, he's 8 of 9 from the floor, guys. 3 of 4 from the three-point line. He's got 4 rebounds.
And NAU is 5 for 5 from the free throw line. The top free throw shooting team in the Big Sky. Probably one of the top in the country, Dave.
Yes, they
How
are.
can you beat 80%?
They are definitely ranked among the top, and that's why there's so many games late as well.
Boy, you see that, definitely. Taking it down inside, getting it rejected is Ellis.
He didn't look 5'10" on that penetration.
Kyle Sharp, true freshman from Hollister, California, who's seen a lot of minutes this year as a true freshman. Checks in the lineup.
And that doesn't happen often here in Montana. Usually a freshman will be redshirt, but this young man is something special. As is that one. Oh my goodness. 22 points already for Jordan Haskett. A career night for Haskett here at Delbert Arena. I mean, it's amazing.
Hey, it's senior night, not freshman night.
Show the older guys some respect, would you?
Well, Jordan Haskett came out of Sentinel High School, as you mentioned, Joe, as a shooter. That's what he could do. That's what he's doing right now. But Kristoviak, Coach K, said, hey, if there's more to it than that, big guy, learn to play defense first. That's the one thing he emphasized last year. Jordan, though, just feeling it, lighting up. Coach Adris said, hey, see number 2? Somebody get in his face.
And Joe talked about it earlier. Haskett keeps going off like this. They're going to have to make some changes. That's going to open somebody else up.
Yeah, it should, and he's a great passer. He's got the ability to get the ball inside on some nice post entry, so that might be something where you see straight posting up and Haskett on the same side.
Most great shooters are great passers. As you mentioned, Haskett, 9 of 10 from the field here in his first half.
Wow. Burning it up, Jordan Haskett. And a lot of threes in that 9 of 10, by the way.
He's actually outscoring NAU right now, 22-21.
4 threes.
His only miss was from 3.
We'll give him one. Boykin loses the ball as he goes up, and a double dribble is going to be whistled. And you know, you have to give credit down underneath on Kyle Sharp. He held his position the whole time.
He didn't leave his feet. If you don't leave your feet, they're going to call a foul on you usually. And that's what he did, and that's the hardest thing to do, is not go up and leave your feet and leave yourself vulnerable.
Kind of get the feeling NAU's going away from that three-point line. They're working so hard at getting the ball inside that their bread and butter isn't being used.
Criswell, and he gives it back to Straight, but a little too hot to handle. And really right now, the Griz up 32-21, and Haskett with 22 of those. 5 from Straight, 3 from Criswell so far in the ball game. And the Griz putting that pressure on. NAU again backing it in. Joe, good call as they go underneath and just stripping it out, saying, it's Mays. Right away, the Grizzlies on the attack.
Wales has got great penetration since he's came in.
Criswell doubles up his with 6. Chavez ready to come in, and down underneath, Ellis steps on the line. They call him for a travel. And the Griz bring in some bodies off the bench. Straight. Chavez come in. Coming in is Landry for NAU.
I put that right-handed ice bucket for Haskett. Jordan Haskett leads the game 22 points, 9 10 from the field. And NAU now applying some more pressure, as you can see out here.
Well, Coach Kristoviak's smart enough to know that a young player like Jordan, he might get so caught up in this right now that you only got so much adrenaline in your body.
You don't want to adrenaline
That's
up
right.
yet
You want to save that up a little bit.
That's right.
Stretch him out. As Chavez will take a shot on the floor. That's one thing Chavez has gotten very good at, that passing game. He really makes some nice assists. He's going to try to assist one himself, and he does. Off the bench, and he assists it through.
Mike Chavez has great hands. If he touches the ball, he's going to catch it.
He's definitely worked on his defense, too. His defensive game is huge compared to when he first came here to Montana. There's another turnover by NAU, and it's a foot race. Criswell taking it to the rack, and the seniors saying, hey, it's mine now. Here you go.
And you could tell when he ran by us here right in front of the booth here, hey, I'm taking her in. Just get out of my way.
You knew Van Patten was going to foul him, too, on this steal here.
No choice.
just a matter of when.
Taking in right there. He's leaning on him hard with that arm bar.
He actually had him on the drive. He could have called the foul about the free throw line. Kevin at the line. You know, and he's been a 79% free throw shooter this season, and he gets a lot of trips as active as he is.
Very aggressive at the free throw line, ranked 7th in the Big Sky at free throw percentage accuracy, and he scored a lot of points from the line in his illustrious career here at Montana.
I'm going to be devil's advocate for the Grizzlies here a little bit as they go up 19 points. They were up 19 against NAU the first time these two teams played.
You're right, and lost the game in Flagstaff by 380.
Yep. And here's one from outside for Golub. Golub has 7 in the ball game. You know, and they were in that game when you go back, did exactly this. They shot from outside the first half, really did well outside, and never could get their inside game going. Later in the game, they didn't have it.
And Golub, he's put so much arc in his shot, too. Chavez is in the house.
Chavez, the sophomore for Browning, with 6. Golub, again, no.
One and done for NAU, no offensive boards.
Oh, but a steal on the other way. Golub pulls it away. Long pass. Back to Wilson. He played catch back. And just nicely done. Good finish underneath by Hensley.
Matt Martin, the guard from Spearfish, Montana, sophomore guard. Got a little greedy there, trying to get a cheap one. Nice defensive by the Jacks.
PPL Montana scoreboard. The Griz out in front with about 3:17 to play. And they're working around. Right now the bench has really stepped up tonight. You've seen a lot of great action off the bench. Trying to take the baseline, stepping on the line and out of bounds, Matt Martin. And we got a timeout on the floor. On this game of the week, it's